Right. So, Alice, well, what am I calling you today?
Nikota.
Okay. So, you've been in Montserrat for a little short time before you left us young. How did I miss Nakota? I've known you as Alaris and I will continue to call you Alaris, but how did I miss that?
You're not the only one. You're not the only one. You're definitely not the only one. So, Alaris is the name that I was called at school. So, like yourself and many of my schoolmates, they will and have continued to call me Alaris, whereas Nikota is the name that is mainly or was mainly used at home. So, all my family, my mom, everyone called me Nikota. So, if you know me outside of a professional setting, it will be Nikota.
And how do you feel about, does it bother you, whichever name people call?
No.
Yeah, okay.
No, before what it was, I have three names.
Okay.
And I used to actually give personalities to all three names.
Right.
So Alaris was the professional.
Right.
Then my middle name is Daniel.
Okay.
So Daniel was the quiet one because no one knows about Daniel.
Right. Right.
Nikota now
Yes.
is the make you unhappy individual that everyone knows about.
Love that. I love that.
But I'm fine with anyone calling me any name.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Okay, let's get into the juicy stuff. Can you tell us a little about your background, your journey, and what led you to create Make Your Own Happy?
Wow, powerful question.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot.
So as you mentioned, I journeyed from Montreal to the United, well, not the United Kingdom. First of all, it was Antigua. So I am originally from Montserrat and moved to Antigua when I was a teenager. Spent a number of years in Antigua, and then I think I've been in the United Kingdom for about nearly a little bit over 20 years. So that has been myself, my background. I'll give you a little bit about my background in terms of the journey into Make You Unhappy. So my background is in accounting. However, when I came to the UK, I switched it over to social work. I've always had interests in people, like the way they think, the things they say, what make people behave the way that they behave. So the interest has always been there. I initially wanted to study psychology, but someone directed me into the direction of social work. Bearing in mind, coming from the Caribbean, social work is not something that we know of. So I thought, interesting. The person said to me, you will learn psychology within social work, and there are other avenues that you can get into by being a social worker. So that was it. Though I've been a social worker for nearly 20 years now. So that's me in terms of the professional light. Mm-hmm. So then coming through, being growing up, mm-hmm. I lost my mom at an early age. Okay. So I was about 15 when I lost my mom.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
So the journey continued. Thank you. The journey continued in terms of just growing, and I was just living, doing what I needed to do. My mom was all about education, and I had to get the education in. So I did what I needed to do. I had my son at an early age as well. I think I just turned 18 when I had my son. Yes. And in the Caribbean, thankfully, as we say, may have him for good people.
I love that. I love that. Yes, that's a good one. I remember that.
Yes, I had him. The family in which, I had my son, his grandmother, God bless her. She was very caring. I had my son in the September. Mm-hmm. And by the October, she said to me, you need to go back to college. So I was back in college, living my life. She'd done everything. I didn't have any issue growing up. It was really good setting. Moved to the UK, and then in moving to the UK now, I continued with my education, as I mentioned, and got into my profession. And moving along to year 40, in year 40, I don't know what came over me. Mm-hmm. I really do not know what came over me, but I just felt my son was off to uni, settled in my job, and I just felt this is my time. This is my time. And I just felt like there was something just about just doing me, whatever I felt to do. That time Make You Unhappy wasn't born. Mm-hmm. However, within work, we had therapeutic sessions. So I was seeing a therapy, speaking to a therapist, and I said to her, I don't know, but something about this year. And she said to me, you've done it. I don't want to. I don't want to get emotional.
Yeah. It's all good.
But she said, you've done it.
Mhm.
You've done what your mom wanted you to do.
Right.
You have the good job.
Yes.
You're settled.
Yes. And you're a great mom.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
And she also mentioned your son is off to uni. And it's now about you. And that year of 40 was about me.
Mhm.
It's not that I wasn't happy, because if you ask anyone about me, I've always been a jovial person.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you would see.
Mm-hmm.
But deep down, becoming me,
Mm-hmm.
in that process,
Mm-hmm.
it just felt just do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a person that enjoy going to restaurants, traveling, the spa, just having some me time.
We know about them spas.
I absolutely just love, doing these things. So I delve into it more. And it was just about whatever made me my own happy. Following on in 2020, it was COVID. And we started with Instagram. So you used to have Instagram lives. And I called it Make You Unhappy. And at that point, I felt I wanted to share this with people. I wanted people to feel the way how I feel. Because just as you could look at me and think, oh, everything is going well for her. But remember, in that background, I'm working, I'm doing this for my mom. This is her legacy, even if she's not there. I'm being the mother that I am for my son, so he get the good life and he lives the good life. But what about me? So then that's where Make You Unhappy was born in 2020.
I love that. That is so good. And it's great to see that you've had all of that to deal with at a young age, but you still managed to get to this place today. And I think 40 is an age where a lot of people make a transition into, listen, we need to look at the future.
Yes.
I think 40 is a good age for
yes,
us.
yes.
As they say, it's the new 20.
Yes. And I'm loving it past 40 now.
I love that. Okay, so what does being a happiness advocate mean to you, and how do you embody that role in your business and personal life?
Okay, so just as I mentioned a few minutes ago,
Yeah.
once I realized that making your own happy is different from presenting to be happy, it's this innate feeling. So as a happiness advocate, is for me speaking to people and, having those conversations. What makes you happy? Not what the husband wants, not what the children, your friends, your colleagues, your boss. But what do you want to do? Whether it is to be sitting with a cup of coffee, whether it is to read a book, is finding that me time. So in terms of business and personal life, it's embodying it all. Even in work, I need my time.
Right.
So it's about being boundaried. This is my time. This is the workspace. This is what I'm going to do. And I'm a person that delves deep into work. Whatever I do, it has to be done to the best.
Yes.
That's just how I perform. That's just making my own happy. In my personal life, it's more so even than before. Making sure that whatever I do, I'm doing it because it adds to my happy. So that's the personal or happiness advocate.
Love that. And how do you balance the professional with your personal life? How do you put that? How do you balance that?
That balance word. That balance word. I love to say there's no balance. There's really no balance in, my work, I'm not sure if I mentioned it earlier, but currently I'm a child protection manager in social work. And as you hear the word manager and you're managing your own business,
Yes.
both roles come with responsibilities.
Absolutely.
Those roles come with knowing what is it that you need to do.
Yes.
So in order to get that balance that I said don't exist, we can try, is about being boundaried, as I mentioned before.
Right.
Having those boundaries. This is my time. Work time is work time. make your own happy time is make your own happy time. So I do need to create that space to ensure that I do what I need to do for make your own happy.
And how do you find that? Like, how do you find your coping? Or?
The coping mechanism is to shut off, literally.
Okay.
You have to shut off. In the beginning, because I love to say I tip my hat to every entrepreneur. We are young, Make You Unhappy is a young business. We're upcoming and we're learning. And I like to say that I'm learning as I'm going because I don't know. This is not something that I decided I'm going to do a business. You know, they have the saying, just do it.
That's right.
That was Make You Unhappy. Make You Unhappy actually started in terms of products by just me gifting my team. Christmas, I wanted something different. So I gifted them personalized mugs. That's how it started. And then I posted it on Instagram as I do with anything.
Yes.
Then the persons had interest.
Yes.
So I was like, oh, I'm probably on to something here.
Yes, yes.
So I didn't start out thinking I want a business. I didn't. So the roadmap for me is not clear. And I'm trying to navigate my way through, you know, what I would love Make You Unhappy to look like. But the main ethos of Make You Unhappy is just for persons to understand that they are responsible for their own happiness.
Love that. Love that. Love that. And what part of what has been most rewarding part about building this brand, Make You Unhappy? What has been the most rewarding part of it so far?
When I get feedback. When I get feedback from individuals, when they say to me, you know, looking at a product, whether it's a mug, whether it's a, you know, one of our affirmation cards, you know, when they look at it and they're reminded that no one can make them happy. They're the ones that make themselves happy. You know, I get messages on Instagram. People send me WhatsApp message, you know, our travel mugs, you know, our party tumblers. People say to me, oh, I'm traveling with it. I'm reminding myself. I actually had a lady voice note me once from Instagram and she was in tears. For me, that was it. That was it. Sometimes I do think I can't do this anymore. It's a lot.
Yes.
But then when I get messages like that, you know, I said, no, I need to continue. This is not about me anymore.
Exactly.
This is not about me anymore. This is about people. You have a mission to ensure, because let's be real, the phrase "make you unhappy" has been there. It, you know, it's not. I didn't just come up with this. Like, yeah, it's been there. But sometimes you have a car, for example. If you don't have a driver to drive it properly, because you don't want any accidents.
That's correct.
You can get in an accident if the car is not driven properly. So I look at myself as that person, that happiness advocate that is going to propel, like push things forward to encourage people.
Nice, nice. I love that. That is, you know, well said. And how does your passion for public speaking fit into the future of Make Your Own Happy? Your passion for speaking in public, how does that fit into your new venture?
If I told you,
I
think
it's not just me that wants to hear.
If I told everyone that's listening to this, if I mentioned to everyone, I'm a shy person.
Really?
If I say I'm a shy person,
come again?
Would anyone believe me? No. I doubt it.
No.
And this, again, is another thing when I say make you unhappy. I reflect on my childhood. And I don't know if Teacher Sharon is around. I don't know where she is.
Right.
But I could never forget Teacher Sharon.
Right.
I was in grade 1. So you see how far we're taking it back?
Oh, yeah.
Grade 1. And I was always, the report card always say, Allery speaks a lot. Allery speaks a lot. Allery speaks a lot. It's not that I'm not getting my work done. Right. I think I get my work done, then I start giving it.
Yeah.
And I used to be punished, like, you know, how we do it in the Caribbean.
Yes.
You have to go and stand in the middle of the playground or have books in your hands. And I used to be punished for speaking. And when I reflect, when I look at that, I think you have always had a voice, but it was dimmed. So you kept quiet. So So then I became, in a learned environment, I was the one that would be in the corner. I'm not standing up. I'm not answering any questions. And as life go on, that was me. When I came to the UK, I don't know, something about coming here made me realize you have to speak up. Whatever you want in life, you have to speak up. And that fueled it for me. From then, it was like, I'm sitting in the front. You need to see me.
Absolutely.
You need to hear me.
Yes.
Because I have things that I need to say.
That's right.
When I look at my childhood, when I look at my motherhood,
Yes.
in terms of a teenage, pregnant mother, coming to the UK, starting over,
Yes.
as I call it,
Yes.
and then where I am for today, I think someone needs to hear this, and it could help. It could help encourage someone. So I'm really passionate about encouraging people.
Mm-hmm.
So in some sense, that's where my passion of speaking, started to involve, because I think people need to hear. And I think I have a lot to share that someone would be able to benefit from.
I love that. I love that. So it's helping others from just being you.
Yes.
I love that. I love
Yes.
that. What challenges have you encountered while growing Make Your Own Happy, and how have you overcome them?
Do we have time?
Well,
do we have time?
To the best you can, let people know how
Yes.
how you were able to overcome these challenges, because any entrepreneurial business is hard work.
Time.
I myself is an entrepreneur, so I know it's hard work.
It is. And time is one of the major challenges. Bearing in mind, I do have my full-time work as well.
Like myself, yes.
Yes. And we need to think about, sometimes it's difficult finding that time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about, how do we fit it in? Because when I started with Make You Unhappy, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm doing invoices. Then I have to be up by 6 to get to work. So that has been challenging. As well, is getting your product out there, marketing. You have to be very innovative. You have to be creative, because I don't like to use the word small business. I like to say upcoming business.
Well, yes.
Yes, because the words that come out of your mouth,
that's right,
defile not only your body, but your business.
But we have to do manifestation, right?
Yes.
Yes, if you speak it too much, it will manifest.
It will manifest. And I see Make You Unhappy on the worldwide market.
I love that.
I see it there. I see the vision for Make You Unhappy is big. Extremely big. One of the logos that we have is one household at a time, one individual at a time, and it will hit worldwide,
Love that. I love that. What kind of legacy do you hope Make Your Own Happy will leave behind for future generation?
As it says on the tin, make you unhappy. For me, at this very moment, sometimes I'm at work and I would hear, remember, make you unhappy. That puts a smile on my face. I'm speaking to people and they're saying, make your own happy. That is it for me, is that you're getting it. You're getting that, so that makes me think that this is going to live on. And this is what I want. I don't want people, as I keep saying, make your own happy products. It's for everybody, but not everybody actually understands it. So I don't necessarily want people to be purchasing products.
Yes.
And I like to say I'm not selling, I'm sharing.
Right.
So in terms of, the business ventures that we want to put on, we have events coming up.
Right.
Like I said, in the future, it's big.
Right.
So I do have an event coming up in July 2025. And it's called Becoming You.
Love that.
Yeah, so that's another branch that Make You Unhappy is about to branch out and take another step. Okay. So it's always, I think I would love to say Make You Unhappy is always evolving. But the main thing that I would love to leave after I'm not here is for persons to remember that they are responsible for their own happiness.
You can say that again. Like, it's just, it's so true though. Because you're on a square. Let me jump in there real quick. We grew up learning that people always say you're responsible for this. You are responsible for everything to make your life what it is.
Yes.
So this, I don't want to call it a slogan because it's not, but this make your own happy. It's all about that, and I love it. Like I have my
Yes, you
personality
do.
heartfelt.
Yes, you do.
I find myself reaching for that every
Reaching
time
for
I have my coffee
Yes.
because I love coffee. I'm a coffee head, so I have good coffee and I have a nice you know slogan to start my day.
Yes.
What more do I want?
Yes.
Like in that video I did, I said, motivated and caffeinated. It's what more do you
What more do you want? And that's it. And just like you,
Yeah.
I'm looking through the cupboard and I'm trying to decide, do I want this one? Do I want this one? No, this is the one that I need. Make you unhappy.
Love it. I love that. And I know you talked about make you unhappy and where you want it to be, but I will ask for you to be a little bit specific in saying how do you see make your unhappy evolving in the next few years?
Collaborations. I see Make You Unhappy collaborating with other businesses, new business ventures. Like I mentioned, we have the event Becoming You coming up. I see lots of collaboration with other companies, workshops, other products. Anything that encourage persons to, sit back and think, because it's not a 360 fix.
Yes.
It's a journey.
Absolutely.
I myself is still on that journey, finding myself.
Yes.
And that's where Becoming You comes into play as well.
I love that. Can't wait for that one. Can't wait for that one. How do you I'll change that. Can you tell us more about Becoming You event and what participant can expect from the experience? So what can we expect from this Becoming You?
It's an event with a difference.
Okay.
It's an event with a difference.
Yes.
We will be looking just as it says, Becoming You. What makes you you? Who are you? We will have activities.
Okay.
We will have lunch as well. So it would just be an event where, you will have that opportunity for yourself. Allow yourself to be present for yourself. And that's what I ask. That would be the ask for everyone that attends. Be present for yourself, and again, what I would like to mention, Make You Unhappy is for both male and female. Because one of the things that I really, really want to do is encourage males to do a lot more reflection, because society seem to have this thing that males don't have feelings. And I have a son.
No, I 100% agree with that.
Yes, I do think that individuals, males specifically, because when I was thinking about Becoming You, a lot of persons thought it was a female-only event. And I said, no, there's enough.
Yes.
Obviously I'm a woman.
Of course.
And I'm there for, female empowerment.
Yes.
But we can do that together.
Yes.
Remember, life is about relationships, understanding each other. And in order to understand people, you need to understand yourself. So that's one of those things that we'll be focused on at Becoming You.
Love that. I like that you mention it's for both sex, because I just feel that people are forgetting men these days, and we actually humans we have feelings just as well as females do. We're so singled out, it's not even fair. So I'm glad that you are actually focusing on finding a balance to have both.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm 100 with that. Yeah, I love that. What impact do you hope to have on your customers through the products, events, and experience you created?
Once they look at a product, they get that light bulb feeling, that light bulb moment where I've been just going through life. Natural. Make You Unhappy is personal. As I mentioned, it was my personal journey.
Yes.
So it's personal. So it's not just business for me. It's personal. And knowing that I can do it.
Yes.
I can reflect and think, wait, you appeared to be happy, but you were just going through the motions.
Yes.
It's not a bad thing, because some of us just go through the motions. I did. You know, you would never look on my life and think there was more to become of that.
Yes.
You know, but when I had that moment where I thought, no, this is about me.
Yes.
I love my husband. I love my son. I love my daughter. I love my mother, my father. I love my colleagues. I love the people in my life, but I need to love me.
Absolutely. Amen.
I
Sorry.
need to love
That is
me.
100% right.
And when you learn to love yourself, you understand that others need that love as well. And you're able to show people love. Sometimes when people don't show us love, it's because they just don't know what love is.
Exactly.
So in making your own happy and having that time and reflecting on what your needs are, when you see someone sitting, you might say, oh, you just a waste time to sit down there. No.
Yeah.
They're taking 5 minutes for themselves. And you will understand that because that makes them happy.
Right.
What makes me happy doesn't necessarily make someone else happy. And it's understand that. And once you understand that, you're able to appreciate, because people sometimes think make you unhappy is about being selfish. No.
Yes.
Because when you love yourself, you can't help but to give that love to someone else.
100%. And I agree. I always say, if you cannot love yourself, you cannot. How can you love somebody
No.
else if you don't even understand
True.
self-love?
True. And that's it. And make you, as I said, making up is a journey of reflection, a journey of understanding you, because it starts with you. And then when you try, find yourself,
Yes.
you start exploring your family, your friends. Remember I said I did love a little bit of psychology and how the human mind thinks.
That's correct, yes.
Do you understand? So you think about all of that.
Yes.
And once you have that joy, that's it. The rest is history. Make you unhappy.
I'm here for it.
Make you unhappy.
I'm here for it. So I have this thing where I normally ask myself, because we've gone through a lot in life as adults. You know, we've come from some dark places when we were kids, and I always ask myself this question. So I would like to ask you this question now, or get you to tell people, what would you, now you know what you are, what you do know, where you are in life, what would you say to your 16-year-old version of yourself? Because I think that's when we would leave school and to make, choices in where we want to go in life. So now you're here today. What would you say to your 16-year-old version of yourself to prepare them for now?
One of the things that I would actually say to myself is failure is okay. Failure is okay. I'll give you a quick story.
Yeah.
Remember I said I was doing accounting?
Yes.
And that didn't come from me, quote unquote, qualifying as an accountant.
Right.
In college, I was in the accounting stream, and I was preparing for my exam. And the fear of failure did not make me show up for the exam. So I left college without my accounting qualifications.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
I studied for 2 years as an accountant, but I didn't want to fail. And I remember one of my friends at the time, she said, oh, I got a D in my head. There was me with my ungraded. I had an ungraded. And she had a D, but that was better than me.
Yeah, of course.
Following that,
Yeah.
I paid $250 US to go studied. I went to the classes, then paid to take the lessons.
Okay.
I never showed up. Fear of failure.
Yes.
However, although I said I was shy, I had a voice. So this is where I think I've always had the voice. I interviewed for a job, and it was an accounting job.
Okay.
Payroll. I was responsible for all of that.
Yes.
And when I interviewed, I said to the manager, he's going to ask for your documents, your paperwork.
Yes.
I said, I don't have it. I said, I don't have it.
Right.
However, I can guarantee you I can do the work. Take a chance with me.
Yes. So
And
like
he
get your
did.
foot in the door, right?
He did.
Yes.
I was responsible literally for that company's finances, creating spreadsheets, doing everything. But fear of failure, the fact that I can do the job, tells me you could have done the exam. And so I would say to my 16, failure is not the all and end all. If you fail, you can do it again. So that's one of the main things. Go out there, enjoy life, create memories. Most of all, don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to fail.
And I'm going to jump on that real quick. And I think, and I'm not knocking our parents, but I think our parents put it in our heads so much that you have to pass, you have to do this, that we, like you said, you didn't turn up because you already thought you failed.
I failed.
You failed before you even taken the exam.
Yep. Yes.
And you probably could have gone in there, got your D or your C, which would have been
better than a U.
Yeah.
Ungraded.
Yeah.
Ungraded.
So I think I think it's just childhood trauma that instilled these kind of fear into us. But I'm glad that you mentioned that, because that is one of my things as well. You don't be scared to fail, but it's okay.
It's okay.
Because if you don't fail, sometimes you can't progress because you think you know everything.
It's a lesson.
Yeah.
And it's also a lesson. It's not, and again, a loss. No, it's not a loss. It's a lesson. I've been through this, so I know this is not what I'm going to do. It helps you to navigate through life. That's how I look at it. So right now, if something doesn't work out for me, it's not for me. It's okay.
Yeah.
Next, what am I going to do next? So these are, if I could say that to my 16, I'm just looking at my little self, reflecting on me back then, my son likes to say I'm a perfectionist, and I challenge that lots of times.
Okay.
But I do think to some extent with certain things, and it's coming from, as you said, childhood as well, and the expectation.
Yes.
So my mom, I know what she done. She put in so much to ensure that I had the education that I was supposed to have. So I just always felt, even though she's not here, I needed to make her proud. So just to carry on that, doing all of that. But no, Mom, you must proud. If you're not proud, that's your business.
She don't talk. I want to add to that, because I also, and a lot of people would not believe I say this, so where I am as a photographer and a videographer, right? But I actually failed my A-level photography.
There you go. But it's ingrained in you.
I failed.
And then that could have stopped you and said, no, that's it.
Yeah, but you know what? I failed it.
And look at your greatness now.
Yeah, but I failed.
Yeah.
I passed my GCSE photography, but I failed my A-level. And I went on to university, did my studies, but and look at me today.
Look at you now.
The great people were leaving, great things for people to look back and think, oh, you know what, these guys, they failed, but guess what? Look at them today.
Look at them today.
Yeah, this is what we like. Yes, they did fail, but look at them today.
Yes.
We go through. We work.
Yes.
All right. One more bonus question for you. What advice would you give to any entrepreneur like yourself who has an idea and may be too scared to take the first step or don't know where to start?
Just do it. Just do it. Whatever it is that's in your head, just get it out there. Even finance. You think you need capital, you need someone to invest in you, you need this, you need that. No, you don't. I don't have an investor. I don't have an investor, but start. Start with what you have. Believe in what you're doing, and don't do it for financial gain. Don't.
Yes.
Love what you're doing.
Yes.
But don't do it for financial gain.
Let that be the bonus.
That will come in time, and that is the bonus, as you said.
That's right.
But you have to love. So, for instance, if I wasn't invested in make you unhappy, I wouldn't do it, because the time is not there.
That's correct.
The time is genuinely not there, because I still have my 9 to 5. My 9 to 5 feeds my make you unhappy.
Absolutely.
So just start. Start with one. Get it out there. Someone's going to want it.
Yes.
Someone would be interested. But people, as they say, and people don't stay in jobs because of the job itself sometimes, but because of who? The people.
Yes.
Sometimes maybe someone may make a purchase because they say, okay, Make You Unhappy, Nikota believes in Make You Unhappy. Let me see what it can do for me. So believe in what you do.
I believe that.
Enjoy what you do.
Yes.
And get started.
I love that. Now, I did say 2 bonus, but I did have one question came to mind as we were talking, because so I noticed you use the color yellow for Make Your Unhappy. Like, why yellow of all the colors?
I love that question, because if I start from the beginning, I don't know.
Okay.
Yellow just happened.
Right.
And this is where I'm saying with people, someone may think, oh, I don't know how to get started in business. I need a color that suits the business. But it just happened. The color just came up. And then when I researched the color, I just started to use yellow. So when I started Make You Unhappy, again, I don't gravitate to colors easily. If you see me wearing anything bright, just know it's except yellow, of course.
Yes.
It's intentional.
Yes.
Right? Because I'm thinking, do something bright. I'm more of a brown, cream, nude, natural colors, neutral colors.
Yeah.
But something about the yellow just drew me to it.
Okay.
And then when I done my research, yellow equates to happiness.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I ran with it.
Yes.
So it's not that I knew I wanted yellow.
Yeah, I love that.
Because in my head, it was white and gray.
Yes.
To start Make You Unhappy. Anything white and gray, that was my mind.
Yes.
But yellow came to me. And then when it came to me, it's similar to our affirmation cards that I've done as well. So the affirmation cards, there's 15 of them. Mm-hmm. And someone asked me why 15? Because I'm a even number person. Okay. But when we were doing it, I was like, you know what, yeah, leave it at 15. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't really studying. Mm-hmm. Then someone asked me, why 15? And when I really thought of it, the Coca collection is dedicated to my mother.
Nice.
The affirmation cards dedicated to my mother.
Love that.
Because it's part of the Coca collection.
Okay.
15 is the age my mother passed when I was 15.
Okay, so
everything is aligned.
Yes, I love that.
It is aligned. So, it comes to you. Mm-hmm. It comes to you. So this is why we're here with our main colors for Make You Unhappy. It's the yellow, white, and black.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes.
That's amazing. You are amazing. And I'm just going to jump in here real quick and just say to everyone, look into camera, guys, this is the lady behind Make You Unhappy. How was it for you, sweetie?
It was wonderful. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. Amazing.
So guys, it's something I'm going to start doing now. And if you have something to shout about, I want to hear it.
You'll enjoy.
Let this be a lesson. Peace.
Love it.
That.